Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's Christine with gaugegirltraining, an online meal planning and coaching service. I'm a food scientist and chemical engineer by training, and in today's video, I'm going to give you guys some simple tips to control hunger. So, let's get started. I think one reason why a lot of people dread dieting is not because they dread dieting per se, it's because they dread that feeling of hunger when you're on this meal plan, and that feeling of hunger is probably one of the worst feelings. It makes you feel cranky, it makes you feel irritable, it makes you feel like you're missing out on something, and as a result, most people ultimately fail on their protocol. So that being said, I'm going to give you guys some very practical tips on how to control your hunger cravings to set you up for ultimate success in the long run with your health goals. So the number one thing to help control your hunger, I've said it a million times, is to drink water. So many times people mistake hunger for dehydration, and you really want to make sure you're properly hydrated before you make a food choice. It's the simplest thing to do, you guys. Drink 1 to 2 glasses of water before every meal and make sure that you are hydrated before you start snacking on anything. 9 times out of 10 you are probably just dehydrated. Most people do not drink anywhere near enough water. I try to drink at least a gallon of water every day. The next thing you want to do, you don't want to abuse this tip though, is to drink black coffee or some hot tea, but I tend to go with coffee. Caffeine is a natural appetite suppressant. You don't want to have more than 400 milligrams of caffeine in a day, so you just definitely want to be careful, but caffeine is an excellent appetite suppressant. I am team black coffee all day, every day, and especially if I'm out with friends, if I'm in a situation when I'm not drinking and I'm trying to skip dessert and do all those types of things, a cup of black coffee is such a lifesaver. Another very simple and practical tip that you can do to control your hunger is to chew gum. For me, when I have like a minty feeling in my mouth, I am way less likely to snack, and it really keeps my hunger at bay. Unfortunately, I can go through gum. Sometimes I can go through a whole pack of gum, but for me, sometimes it's whatever it takes depending on what type of goal I have, how time sensitive my goal is. When I'm on contest prep, I'll take it to the next level. For instance, I'll brush my teeth, floss my teeth, gargle, especially at nighttime if you struggle with eating at night. For me, when I focus on oral hygiene, I'm way less likely to eat, especially if I've already eaten and hit my macros for the day. And another thing is, if you really want to take it to the next level, is I've used Crest whitening strips. That 30 minutes or however long you have it on your mouth, you're way less likely to eat something if you have that on. The next tip that really helps me control my hunger is drinking flavored sparkling water. They are calorie free. I get mine from Target. I get the Target brand, but sparkling water is just such a nice, refreshing thing that like the bubbles give you a sense of fullness, and I love sparkling water. It's a bit of an acquired taste, so I'd give it time, but I reach for that all the time, and it's just one of my go-tos to really help keep my hunger at bay. I always have a case of it in my fridge at all times. Another way that you can help control your hunger is to eat ginger. The ginger root is a very amazing ingredient which has a lot of powerful anti-inflammatory properties. However, one unknown property of it is that it is excellent at helping suppress your appetite naturally. It goes really well in a lot of Asian style dishes. I like ginger and garlic with salmon. I like ginger with some vegetables. There's a lot of different ways you can prepare it and use it, but I love using fresh ginger root. You can also do it in tea as well if you don't like seasoning your food that way, but ginger is an excellent ingredient to help suppress appetite. Another thing you want to try is eating slower and eating without distractions. If you are always eating while you are watching TV, while you're on the phone, in front of the computer, you are going to be eating so mindlessly that you're not really going to experience the satisfaction with every bite of your food, and it's going to be a very passive experience. I highly encourage you guys to be mindful of your food and eat slow without distractions. The next tip is going to sound really strange, but eat in a light environment with lights on, windows. Lots of natural light is an excellent way to help control your appetite, because when we eat in a dark, dimly lit setting, we are more likely to overindulge and eat more food. So make sure that you have bright lights on, make sure that you eat by a window, or just do everything you can to have as much light as possible in your surroundings when you are consuming food, especially in the evening. Last but not least, this is going to sound strange, but making your plates blue. Now, there is some research that shows that because blue is not a color naturally found in food, outside of blueberries obviously, that you are less likely to eat more when you are eating on a blue plate. Conversely, if you are eating on a red, orange, or yellow plate, or see those colors when you are eating, you are more likely to overeat. So I hope you found these tips helpful. Please comment below which ones you want to work on including. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.